To stream live on Facebook Live now, everybody. So hopefully in a moment you'll get to see me on Facebook. And here we go. Let's see. I've got a screen coming on, or in the middle of buffering. And let's see what happens. And I hope that I'll be understood. So I don't start squeaking once again, like Alvin and Chipmunks. So things are buffering here. Let's see. I was wondering why people weren't clicking in, and now I see why. Okay, it's buffering. Should be fascinating. Buffer away. Okay, let's see. I don't know if you can see me. I still can't see me. I know it's something live, and I see that I'm buffering. I don't know if you can see me at this point. I can't see myself. And I can't see any comments happening either. I just see a lot of buffering. We're having trouble playing the videos, that's what it's saying. Let's see what's up. Okay, connection's good. Device supports videos. Restart. Okay, restart. Check your internet connection. Okay. Yep, it was helpful. Let's go out of that. Then you go back here. Let's see if we can get a connection. The excitement never ends. Okay, I know you guys are over there reacting to my video, but I don't know what that means. Okay, I'm playing now. Let's see. Let me see how I'm playing. Okay. Okay, Mary Lou, got it. I see that there's a comment from you. That's a good thing. Might as well. Let's see. Let's share that with Paranormal NYC. And here we are. I'm just going to post everything. It's my last show for the season, so I'm posting everything. Everywhere. So, hallelujah. Okay, Mary Lou, can you hear me? Let me know if you're on right now with me. Because I'm buffering here. I know that you made a comment about a minute ago. So I'm just buffering here. Let me go back to Zoom, see what I'm doing here. All right. Okay. Let's see. Very peculiar. It says that I'm on Facebook. Let's see. Getting better by the moment. Okay, let's see. Watch live video. Oops. Now I'm buffering back again. Well, this has been really unpredictable tonight here. Watch live video. Here we go. Now I can see myself here on Facebook. That's a good thing. Now I just can't get a chat visual here. Here we go. Now I can see myself. So that is good. Here on Facebook. That's a good. Now I just can't get a chat visual. Here we go. Now I can see myself. So that is good. Here on Facebook. That's a good. All right, people. But at least I know that I'm on Facebook Live and I can see myself and hear myself. Now I'm just waiting for the chat window to come up so I can see your comments and see, you know, what you're saying, if you're asking any questions or so, because right now I just don't have that coming up yet. So I hope that you were able to see the first part of the program. I've been broadcasting for a while already through Zoom. I don't know if you did or not, but that was, being recorded. I just don't know if any of you saw that or not. We certainly were not doing readings because there was nobody to have questions, writing down on the chat wall. So I was just talking a bit about, the energetic trends that are happening and senses regarding the state of the world, you're studying the coronavirus especially, just in case you did not hear it before. And basically, you're just saying that, between March and May, things will be improving dramatically, as I predicted way back in the fall. And so far, things have turned out to be so, thanks to Spirit and their help, and they're transmitting their messages due to me and using my intuition as well. So far, things are progressing accordingly to those predictions. As you've seen in the news, they're planning to reopen here in New York City a great deal more, beginning this weekend, even starting May 3rd or so. And so that's a positive. We hope that that does continue. I stated that by July we should be seeing a dramatic improvement, where people will once again be able to get out more comfortably and safely, and that we'll be able to start gathering again more and more safely. So that so far is going full blast, and that seems to be heading in that direction. I predicted that a while ago, and so far Spirit has not been wrong. Everything they have said has been coming through. The next 4 weeks will be very, very, very interesting to see how things move and in what direction. As long as people adhere to protocols and to still continue to be safe and protective, things should be moving along well. If they start getting lazy and not taking care of themselves or taking for granted I'm vaccinated, it's safer outside, I don't have to protect myself so much anymore, that could be a problem. We could be going backwards once again. So it's up to people being logical, rational, not lazy, and doing what they need to do still, so that we continue to go on this positive trend and moving towards freedom. Once again, that will still take a while. For those of you who are interested in this particular subject, you can check back on the program. It's all recorded, and I will be posting this on my YouTube channel, Metaphysical Communion, as well as should be posted here also on Facebook. I will double check to make sure, and that way I'll post the first portion of the program on Facebook as well, so you can see what I'm talking about regarding my predictions for what's coming up for the spring, for the summer, in regards to the virus, how things will be improving, and what we can look forward to, what we need to do, my viewpoint of how this is manifested and why and how and what's going to be the result of this also. You'll be able to see a lot of that, there. So, I do hope that you do review, this and see, and hear this for yourself. So, at this point, I'm still waiting for the wall to come up. It's not allowing me to see comments. It's still buffering, on that side. Very frustrating. It doesn't make it easy for me to do spot readings for you if I can't see what you're writing. So it's been something else tonight with the technology. Well, I'm just going to put the blame on that onto Uranus. We've had a very powerful pink full moon, super moon, on April 26th. There were some good qualities associated with that moon, but also some negatives as well. We had Uranus being very unpredictable and not working too favorably with this moon. Saturn also was not at its best, either, in regards to the situation, even though emotionally speaking, and in some ways in self-empowerment or so, very helpful, which has been true. More clarity, also for things. We see more positive energy manifesting, also. But at the same time, there have been some problems, also, and some tensions. And things have come out, this way, also with technology, at least for me, tonight. So that's something that we're seeing as well, that, you know, let's face it, we had the moon in Scorpio, which is rather intense, you know, also. And that could be a good thing emotionally if it's working in the right way. But intensity is intensity. And sometimes it can work, you know, to be very frustrating when things don't go according to the way we hope and we have planned. So a lot of those energies have been working about all this time, a lot of unpredictable, you know, energy. So we just have to work it out and do the best that we can. May should be a very good month so far, and we're in full spring at this point. And you know, as we see, the trees are blooming here in New York City tremendously. The cherry blossoms are absolutely glorious and beautiful. We had a lot of rain, you know, since yesterday and part of today, which has made all of nature, you know, just flourish. Lots of green. The trees are really bursting now, you know, with their leaves finally. The cherry blossoms are pinker than ever. We see nature just exploding in all its glory finally. So that's a good thing. We feel the energy of the spring. We feel that coming through tremendously this time, this year. And that is rebirth, renewal. Very strong, very powerful. Things are lush. The colors are more vibrant than I've seen in years. This is a positive sign, you know, from nature, from the earth, but also from spirit, that we're on our way. We're on our way and we're coming back. And that things are going to continue to go well and progress. We're reaching a new age of evolution, of mental self-awareness, of things of hope, prosperity returning slowly. Many people have learned from this experience. They've become better, more full of heart, emotion, more full of love for others. As I talked about before this connection here, about the positives that have occurred because of the pandemic, it's that people have become more connected once again, personally, one-on-one, whether they were at home because they had to be isolated at home and spending more time with one another in a way they hadn't done in years, if ever. They've gotten to really get to know each other once again, or get to know each other like never before. They've gotten to really appreciate one another, enjoy spending time together, really seeing the value of being close, of talking, of communicating, of doing things together. Technology has also been very helpful for those who are isolated and could not meet with family or loved ones, you know, one-on-one in person. They've been able to use technology, Zoom, Skype, all the other virtual, you know, programs out there to connect and to speak and to open up to one another, perhaps in ways they haven't done in years either, if ever. Checking up on one another, talking for hours even, really coming together once again. Virtual technology has been a blessing during this pandemic. It has helped a lot of people not feel so alone, so isolated. They've been able to connect with family, with friends, acquaintances, loved ones, whoever, in a way perhaps they never did before. This has been a true blessing for those people who needed this the most, who felt that they were alone, who felt that there was no one there for them or not enough there. This has been a lifeline for so many people. So we have to be appreciative of technology and advances that have occurred 100 years ago. When we had the Spanish influenza, none of this existed. It was a different time. It was hard. Medicine wasn't what it is today either. And it took those people a good almost 3 years to finally get through that epidemic. The Spanish influenza killed many, many people throughout the world, thousands and thousands, and they did not have the sophisticated medicines that exist today. They didn't have all this technology either to connect with one another either. But they got through it. They did what they needed to do, And they survived, and they got through it. And they relied on one another. They helped one another. They had the value of knowing and appreciating one another and connecting and coming together. What this pandemic has done 100 years later has taught us the value of coming together, of helping each other out, because we had no other choice. Despite all the sophisticated things we have, besides all the advances in medicine or so, when this pandemic hit, when this virus hit, we were all caught off guard. And the virus did not know anything about being more evolved or more sophisticated. It was just a virus. The same way it affected 100 years ago is affecting pretty much the same way now. Disease is disease. And it was killing off people by the thousands in the same way, like it's 100 years ago. And it took time to get control over this and a handle of it. But in the last 3 months, look at how much things have improved in the United States and in other parts of the world. As things have been put together properly, in this case, the vaccine has been released as much as possible. Many people are getting vaccinated, and it seems to be making a tremendous difference and improvement. And more to come. They still need to perfect that more. We had some bumps along the road, some problems. And there's still many people who are hesitant or who just cannot take this vaccine for whatever reasons they have, in their health. So we have to be mindful of that and be aware. And we must continue to protect, ourselves and them. Just because many of us are vaccinated doesn't mean that, things are wonderful and we can go out there running like, rampant, like all over the place. Not so. We still have to be mindful, protective, follow the protocols, because there are those who have not been able to take the vaccine for health reasons or because they're simply afraid. We have to watch out for them and their health and well-being as we have to watch out for ours. So we're not over it yet. It's going to take several more months of being responsible, showing restraint, doing what we need to do in order to make things better. I spoke a lot about all this previously. For those of you who are seeing me on the program here on Facebook for the first time, that's just a little bit of what I talked about earlier, just for you to know. And I also predicted that by 2022, we are really going to see a major breakthrough and an advancement in all of this, where we will be approaching near normal existence once again. But that's still a way off. But certainly it will be much better. It will be much safer. We will be able to get out more and do more. Things will be even more open. We will not have to worry about contracting the virus in such a deadly way. We will be able to come together more in person than we have been in the previous 2 years. It will not be 100% still, but it will be a tremendous improvement that will bring tremendous relief. We'll be able to breathe a little bit more. We'll be able to be a little bit more relaxed. We'll be able to come together once again with our loved ones, our friends, our acquaintances, and we'll be able to really start the inkling of celebrating that we've gotten through this. It will take us a little more time yet, but that is what Spirit has provided for me, and I'm just letting you know what Spirit provides. And so far, Spirit has been right in everything that they've predicted and they've said, and I've been able to relay to you on this program for the many months that I've been doing this. So I trust in Spirit. I trust in intuition. It's never led me wrong. So far, as I said, it's manifesting. That's a wonderful thing. So more to come, there. This is the final show of the season, and it's been tremendous. It's been a long season. As I said again before, I've been season 2 started mid-October, just before Halloween. And I've been going at it practically weekly, all this time. And here we're at the very end of April, April 30th, with the final program, for this, season. And it's been a lot. And it's been a lot of work at times. It's been very interesting trying to get the program on board. Once again, even through Zoom and Facebook, as you can see, even tonight. It just didn't end. There was always a problem. But we've been doing this, and I've hopefully been providing meaningful information for all of you, and messages along the way, smart readings for all of you. And I've read many of you, through this program, and many of you have received a lot of readings, and you have been, confirming a lot of the stuff has been true for you, has come through. That is part of the reward, for doing this. And it's really been a blessing to be able to do this program in this way. I am very, very pleased I've been able to do this. It's helped me a lot to reach out to all of you this way, especially through these times of the pandemic and the coronavirus. It's been a way to continue working with Spirit, providing information out to all of you. Hopefully a lot of you have been helped along the way, have been enlightened. That's what the program was all about, coming together after all. And it's just been, fun, and wonderful doing this for all of you, and hearing from so many of you and being able to connect with all of you in this way, because there was no other way that I would be able to have connected with all of you if it wouldn't have been for this. So that keeps me very, very, positive, and it makes me happy, to do this. So I just hope the technology will work a little bit better in the future, so we can commune once again and connect, more and more. Then we're going to check Zoom and see what's up there. Okay, so we're here. Okay, so Zoom is working fine. And let's see what's up. I'm just looking at something here. Okay, good. So I'm checking on the Zoom. Things are working there well. Coming back to Facebook Live once again. And here I am. And the frustration that my wall is not working the way it's supposed to. Ooh, so I can't really connect with all of you the way I would love to, and do the readings for you the way that I had originally planned. But do not worry. Just because this is the end of the season doesn't mean that I'm going to be disappearing, entirely. I will be popping up here and there occasionally, with the occasional surprise maybe, or a little bit of advanced, message to tell you that I'll be on for whatever reason, whether it's to do perhaps a meditation or perhaps some impromptu readings for all of you out there. So the program will be on hiatus, for a while. So I'm going to take a bit of a break because there's lots of things I got to do. I'm doing a lot of spring cleaning here at home, and I got to focus on a lot more of that. Got a lot of stuff here to put in order and to get rid of. It's been built up. So it's time to do a cleansing. And that will not only help the environment, physically, but it will also help it energetically and spiritually as well. We have to purge certain things, from our material space and get things back in order and lighter, so that good energies can come through even better and work through even more, and just have a more relaxed, and positive space. So I'm looking forward to that. So that's what I'll be working on for the rest of the spring. And sure enough, eventually there will be, a season 3 of Metaphysical Communion. So that will be announced, when the time comes for that, with new programming. Of course, I'll be doing readings for many of you as usual, and some other interesting things that I'll be bringing forth. I'll be studying, during this time period off to learn more and more, so I can provide enlightened information for all of you. And I have a person named Jack who's coming to the waiting room. So let's see. I'm going back to Zoom here for a moment. Let's see. So I have a person here. Okay. So
Yo, shut the fuck up, you bitch nigga. Fuck out, back your fat ass. Shut those numbers out your ugly ass head. I'm on your
and let's see.
Shut the fuck up, you ugly. Shut the fuck up, you bitch ass, shut up. Shut the fuck up, you
Interference here with noise or whatever.
shut the fuck up, somebody,
And let's see.
Hey, man, shut the fuck up, let me shut something, you're talking about you, open the show,
Let's see if I can get that together here.
You bitch asshole, let me suck my dick, bitch, suck my dick, suck my dick, suck my dick.
A lot of stuff here I can't get in here. Okay, I don't know what's going on. So that came off. All right, that was interesting. It's been an unpredictable evening. All right, so Uranus has been wild tonight.
Dee, why don't you tell us what services you offer?
Okay, Pauline, I think I can hear you briefly. Hold on. What's up?
I said, why don't you share what services you offer?
Yes, thank you, Pauline. Good idea. Thank you for that. It's not that I can hear you here. So let's see. So let me come back to Facebook. So yes, so in the meantime, well, I'll be away. That doesn't mean I'm going to disappear, as I said a moment ago. I will still be available for individual and group readings, and you can connect with me through my page, The Angelus Cologne Transpsychic Express, through Facebook, and you can send a message through, of course, Facebook Messenger, and then from there I'll explain more about, how that works. So you can also connect with me through Metaphysical Communion on YouTube there as well. All of these programs have been placed on the YouTube channel, so you can review them there. But that's another way that you can connect with me in regards to readings. So I do individual and group readings through Zoom and Skype. So you can check me out there. You can connect with me. I've had a number of people who have connected with me in that way. And I've done, a number of readings in that way for individuals. Some people that I've known from the past, and others who were new to the program and who saw me here and who requested readings. So we've been able to do that, through Zoom and Skype, for them. So please, if you're interested, connect with me either way, and I will get back to you and we can have readings. And I assure you they work just as beautifully as they do in person. Energy is energy. You don't have to be in the same physical space with the person who's reading you, with the reader. This works just as beautifully, just as perfectly, whether through telephone, through the computer, through Zoom, wherever you are in the world. It works just the same as if you were in the same room, in the same space, one-on-one. Energy is energy, and it works divinely. I've had many readings already. Everybody has been very, very pleased. And I've known people who have done this for years, working through technology. Many, famous people, others who are friends of mine, also, and they do readings, for people throughout the entire world, either through computer, through phone, and it works just perfectly, for them. So I offer that, to you, and thank you, Pauline, for the reminder, for that. And
do you have a website?
There are ways to reach me. As I said, I'm not disappearing. And I will be here. And again, I will be popping up from time to time.
Do you do house
on
cleansing?
Facebook as well.
I'm sorry.
So you have not seen the last of me. And I will be popping in until, this next season of Metaphysical Communion. Once again, as long as there's a pandemic, as long as there's the need for people to connect safely or so, I will be here. I will be broadcasting in one way or another to reach out to all of you. And right now, since I'm still not doing, in-person readings due to the pandemic, this is the way that I'm working right now to do, readings for, for individuals or for groups. So again, reach me through Facebook Messenger, through the page, The Angelus Cologne Transpsychic Express. And That way, we can stay connected. So here we are. I'm looking at the time here. Since we started so late, unfortunately, I'm going to stay another 10 minutes. So if anybody else is out there or so, if you can connect to Zoom, I've put in the Zoom link. The chat window is working in Zoom. So if you have a question, if you would like, a spot reading, please connect on Zoom and post your question in the chat window. And I'll be able to do a spot reading for you that way. Unfortunately, I'm not able to do it through Facebook Live like we are accustomed to doing. For some reason, it just has not wanted to connect the chat window. On Facebook Live, it's still buffering at this time. So I haven't been able to see anything that anyone has written or said, unfortunately. That is really unfortunate. That shouldn't be happening. But again, tonight has been very unpredictable. So, that's just the way it has been so far. I've been trying to work on seeing if it'll connect, and it just does not. And so it's frustrating. It's frustrating. You have to see this. So I'm trying to see if it'll connect again. Let's see. So far, no. But here we are, same thing, and it's just not clicking. So far, no. But here we are. Either it's the wind, or there's just a lot of people, on the internet this evening. My Wi-Fi is working well. Obviously, you've been hearing me. You can see me perfectly as always. It's just that the chat in Facebook has not wanted to cooperate. So let's see what I can do about that. I did want to do spot readings or so. So let's see. Perhaps I have to pop in, unexpectedly upon all of you, at some point. And hopefully things will be connecting, and then we can do spot readings that way for you, okay, to make up for this, unfortunately. So I will be back. And there's one thing about me, I am very tenacious, and I don't like giving up on things. But here we are, and there's Joanne. Hold on a second. I just saw Joanne now. I'm meeting her finally now. Oh my God, here we are. Okay. Joanne, I hope you're there. I just saw that you had, requested to join, here. Again, I'm working like with 2 different programs at the same time. It's been very interesting. But I did get you connected here. Again, I'm working like with 2 different programs at the same time. It's been very interesting. But there you are, Joanne. So I hope that you're seeing me on Zoom now. And I hope you're hearing me. And if you have a question, a spot reading, you can certainly, type it in the chat window here in Zoom. And I'll be able to do that, for you. Or whoever else is out there, just pop into Zoom and you'll be able to, to do your question. You can pop in with anonymously. Nobody else has to know. Nobody has to see you. Nobody even has to hear you. You can just pop in and you can just, write in anything in the chat window. So here we are. Okay, very good. So I'm talking between both, programs here. So here we are. Okay, so I'm back on the Facebook page here, on the Facebook video, since this is where we're broadcasting from directly the most. So I'm here. So we'll see about, doing readings, another point. And hopefully things will work out, that way. So we'll see about, we don't want to leave you, deprived after all. It is the end, of April and the beginning of a new month coming for May. So new beginnings and a fresh start. And that moon, did provide an ending, for a positive new beginning. So that'll be very, very fortuitous. I understand the next full moon will be in Sagittarius in May. So that should be very powerful. As the fire sign, you're working with, the moon. In addition, we'll also be having Mercury retrograde next month, beginning, I do believe, on May the 26th. So that's going to be something else. So we're going to be going back into a retrograde period towards the end of May, and should be lasting till like about June 20th. So the second half of the spring, we're going to have a slowdown of things energetically. So that might be a good thing. We can rest, we can reflect, we can breathe a bit on what has transpired just in the last 6 months. The good news is that once we're through with our Mercury retrograde for spring, we will have summer coming upon us on June 21st, I do believe. So we will have a summer free of retrogrades, through Mercury at least. That'll be an upswing for all of us. We'll have a good summer this year with more freedom, less stress, less worry, less restrictions, we hope, than last year. We'll be able to get out more, be amongst each other more safely. We'll be having a summer of rejoice and celebration, hopefully. So that'll be a good thing. I see a lot of light and a lot of warm weather for this summer. So get ready for that. It will be very bright and very, very vivid this particular summer. So summer solstice will be very significant. So be aware, start preparing to do a ritual for summer solstice this year. I feel that it will be very meaningful. It will certainly ignite a new beginning. It will be the time of light, of birth, of joy. We're in spring right now. The light has returned to the northern hemisphere. This is our time of renewal, rebirth. We're in the process of that now, as we see with nature being so beautiful in the last few days alone. So much foliage, so much greenery. The waters of April showers, do indeed bring May flowers. And we're certainly seeing that, manifesting upon us. Nature will be giving us a show we haven't seen in years. Nature is starting to celebrate renewal and a return of the good and the positive. The negative influence is still upon us. Do not forget this. And it's still lurking and still trying everything that it can to try to get a grip upon us once again. So be very aware. We have to stay steady, clear, dedicated to what is good and what is focused and what is right. We've learned tremendously in the past year or so, and not just with the pandemic, but everything that has been going on, also with Black Lives Matter, with all the hatred that's been spewing forth, with all the attacks on the Asian society as well. We've seen a lot happening, but we've seen a lot of people coming together also, and coming together to help one another like we haven't seen in decades, and putting a stop to all of this, raising our voices, having society open, and embracing everyone, so eventually can remove the evil of racism, of prejudice, the evil of all hatred. And as Tyler Perry stated so beautifully during the Academy Awards last Sunday, to refuse hate, which is what he has done. And look at all the blessings that he has attained by just being good. It is refusing hate. And that is what we need to focus and embrace, to refuse hate and bring in the light. That will diminish the evil energy It will have no power over us if we refuse it and we bring in love. Love, which is the greatest power of all. And no negativity, no dark force, no evil can stand the light of the Creator. That will truly start to turn the tide. It's been a long, long, long time coming. But Spirit is fighting for us. The angels, the saints, all the heavenly blessed, they have always been with us throughout this entire experience. They have never abandoned us, and they have been with us stronger than ever. But they cannot do it alone. They have put all of their energy, everything that they can do, to turn the tide of negativity. But it was up to us finally to be able to come together, to work together in the good and in the light, to finally start making that happen here in the physical world. For they cannot do it entirely. They cannot do it alone. We have to work together with those from the other side, with those in spirit, to make this happen finally. That is the design. That is the way the Creator has made it to be. Because we are here in the material world. This is the world that we live in, that we are in charge of, that we must take care of. We have to work to make that happen. We have to work together with those in spirit in order for those miracles to happen. That is the way it has been designed. We must pray, we must put our intent, we must make the effort, we must come together, we must place our energy in the right place, but we must physically do what is right and come together and make the effort to make it happen, to combine those from heaven with those on earth, to finally bring in the light to the world and bring peace to this world, where we all are together in harmony. Finally, that is the way it's supposed to be. That is the way it was always designed from the start. That is the way we here on this world learn, the way we will know, the way will we achieve. That is how we become closer to the heavenly realms on earth. That is how we become one finally with the divine. That is the lesson we have to learn. And that's what we must do to make it so. And with that, I will leave you for this evening. Thank you so much for those of you who are with me tonight. I hope you found this inspiring, helpful, filled with love for all of you. Again, thank you for joining me through this past season for all 22 episodes and more. And as I said earlier, I'll be coming on from time to time in the meantime. And yes, there will be a season 3 of Metaphysical Communion. So I will be back. So as always, blessings to all of you. Have a beautiful weekend. The spring is upon us, the time of rebirth and renewal. Let us all start over, brand new and beautiful. Good luck, good fortune. I will see you soon. Blessings to one and all. Lots of love and light. Good night.